Mm. Oh man, there I go being a minute late. Oh my gosh. Whoa, holy smokes. I was sitting there just getting all my stuff together, and all of a sudden I look over, I'm like, oh shoot, it's a whole minute past. Oh my god. Hurry. So I hope everybody's doing good. Let me adjust a few things here. This is just super loud in my ears. Getting a lot of hearing a lot of myself too, so. Alright. So there we go. Let me go ahead and pull up over here my channel so I can make sure I can pay attention to them comments as they come up. There we go. Oh, that was quick and easy today. I actually had everything ready today. I just, for some reason, was a minute late. What? Anyway. Alright, let me pull that out a little. And cheers, everybody. Got ourselves a little 10 high in the glass. And you know what that means. It means we are using our fancy schmancy crystal decanter over here that we got for like a whole $10 at Walmart. Oh, I've got a hair on my tongue. It's probably one of my dogs too. It's probably like sitting on the rim of my glass, and they're over there watching me, laughing in their heads. Ah ha ha! I got him. All right. Whoa! There's a fire! Oh my god! Oh my god! There's a fire! Okay. So we got Chris in the room. What's up, Chris? And I'm getting all blocked out because my computer decided to start putting pop-ups all over the damn place. There we go. I don't care about updating Windows computer. You're old anyway. It'll probably make you catch on fire. All right. So, oh, hello, Slugleaf. I didn't mean to come over here. So, welcome. I'm doing well today. I'm doing well. I've got myself a glass of whiskey. I got myself a little bit of cherry 7-Up over here, so I'm doing pretty darn good. I think after this little glass of whiskey here is over with, I might have a sip of Cazadores Blanco tequila. It's some pretty good stuff, so. Other than that, I'm doing good. Waiting on the... Hey, David, welcome. Welcome. I was late, too. Don't worry about it. No, and I'm also waiting on the game. This should be starting in about an hour and a half for the Lions today, playing the Cardinals. And we're hoping for a win for the Lions. Last week, my theory did not prove correct. Me turning off the game and going away did not help them to win, so it is not my fault. I feel good about that. So let's take care of a couple of small issues here in town. And then we can get back to what I'm about to do. If you read the title today, the title says we are going to be creating a lake. Because as you can see, I just continue to deal with flooding over here. Like constantly, you can see what's going on. It does this weird thing where it like has some weird wave that comes through or something. And I'm not 100% sure what happens, but I went and I actually did some real research into this, and I was like, how to control flooding. And I went and looked it up, and it gave me a lot of different ideas that, you can use, other ways of letting the water, you start from where your flood area starts at, and you can let the water loose into other areas with other creeks and streams and stuff like that. And a lot of that just seemed like it would, because of what I've done with the city, how much I've built and everything like that, it just seemed like it was going to become a huge deal to try to build any, creekways, pathways for water, things like that, that would, I'm putting these over here to clean that up. You can see where that pollution's coming into the water there. And as you can tell, like I said, I've got Myrtle Petrochemicals. I could have re-ran some waterways this direction, I guess, and helped it out, but I want to reuse this area. I really do. I want to be able to use it up after Myrtle Petrochemicals uses up all the stuff in the ground there, along with the oil. It'd be great to put some housing in there and stuff like that. Ocean Girl Bree, welcome. Gaming Bren fan. Oh, right on. Gaming Bren is an awesome, awesome person. I love that guy. His videos are pretty darn cool. So, welcome. I appreciate you. Hey, Track Art, welcome. So, yeah, like I was saying, I don't want to run any waterways down this way because I want to be able to reuse the land and stuff like that. So one of the other things that came up with is that they use like marshes and lakes and things like that as another means of allowing floodwaters to escape from an area that would cause damage, and therefore, you know, helping out in the future. So what I came up with, and it did seem to help. I can't say 100%. It's only been testing it for so long in my test build, as you'd say. But I came up with the idea of basically building a lake. And we're going to take this unused area I have right here. We're going to build a lake in. It's basically going to be a flood control lake. And so what happens is as the water comes down right here and it starts to hit this bend, it's going to hit basically another exit into the small lake that we're going to build right here. Once we get the lake built in, we'll do some decorating around it and everything like that, putting rocks and trees, you know, of course, making it look good. Then we're going to put a long little dirt road along there that I'm going to use for the hotels. In the hotels thing we got here, the rental cabin. And the rental cabin, this area is prime property for it, and they all make a lot of money, and it goes to the thing. Why not make a canal district? You know, like I said, it would be kind of cool to do something like that, but I started messing with the canals, and that's why I was like, why I went with the lake, because I started messing with the canals, and they're kind of big for what I'm planning on for this area. So the lake did turn out to work really well. As far as like the exit for the lake, because you're going to need one or else it's going to overflow and that will cause a flood. So my exit, I just basically did a small land, just dropped the land a little bit so I was able to escape and everything like that. And I did. I'll get back to that, David. And so it seemed to work out pretty well. Like basically a little land dam that allowed the excess water as it came into the lake to flow back into the river. But as it came back into the river, it didn't create this huge surge going downstream and stuff like that. So, it worked out really well. Like this whole area, it became this really cool looking lake. Like I said, it dropped off right here at the bridge back into the water. In fact, it helped to kind of like really mitigate a lot of the flooding that I end up dealing with down here, it seemed like, because as you can see right now, like there's flooding currently at the airport. And after I built it, oh look, there we go, Fairview's Edge. After I built it, I honestly did not see any of this, so we're gonna go with that. But in the future, though, I did have some thoughts about that, Jack Art, as far as the canals, because I did think it would be kind of cool to be able to take something through here. The only problem is once I get to this point, I don't really want to remove laurel wood production at this point because it's there. It doesn't take away from the, you know, trees that are there and everything like that. So I'm not sure how I'd do the workaround with that. But I mean, maybe it would be possible because he could come back this way or something like that. I'm not sure. So, but we'll look into that in the future. And then, as far as David put in there, can you use a dam to reduce the current? No, absolutely not. Not at all. 100% tried it. Gave it the old college try. I put a dam in starting here. I tried one over here. I tried a couple different places. I even tried like right before that bridge and stuff like that. And I put in key walls. I tried so much stuff, but nothing seemed to work. The dam itself just caused more flooding because it just wasn't, the water coming into it is just so much. I don't know. It was causing such a huge problem. So I don't want to cause those issues. I mean, it caused flooding that, like, seriously took it all the way over here, the dam, when I put it in. Like, the first dam I put in right here and stuff like that. So, and it doesn't produce, I cannot find a spot anywhere on this river, just to add to that. I cannot find a spot anywhere on this river to put a dam in that will actually work and produce electricity for some odd reason. I think it might be how shallow it is compared to where you would build one normally or something like that. So I even tried digging out and stuff like that, but nothing seemed to work. So anyway, let's get to it instead of talking about it. First of all, what I did was I came over here. Let's find ourselves a good level area to get started with, to kind of make a good area here. Turn the strength all the way up. That way we can just get our initial shape set up right here. I'm going to kind of follow the mountain side there a little bit. We're going to mess around with that too, though, don't forget. And then what I want to do is I'm going to leave this like bank here where these trees and stuff are, basically like a long island. Ooh, a long island. That way, once there we go. I have something to hold the water in there, obviously, and make the lake. So now I want to drop this down a little bit more in the center. I just wanted a good, like, kind of base on the shape. So this will drop down. Ooh, that's good. I have the strength turned all the way up. That was a little far. And we'll go back to this. Reduce the size, and I think I'll just go, actually, you know what? Yeah, I'll just go ahead and go at the bottom. It's going to fill up to level with the river, and it's just more for flood control. So the depth of the lake isn't going to be a huge deal at all, really. Plus, it'll help out with adding the canal in and stuff like that. So try to keep it looking like a lake would, you know, having the actual descent in from the side there. Like you'd be able to walk in off of a little beach or something to the side there. Come back this way. This was actually in my test build. I had a lot of fun making this, just so y'all know. Like, it took me a while to get to this point. Like I said, I did take the time to actually research this and be like, what are methods of flood control? And that's how I came up with this, you know. So, and then in that, like I said, I took a little bit of time and just, oops, wrong direction, and just built out, you know, how the area would look, what they would use it for, doing things like that. You know, just having a little bit of fun. And that's how I came up with, like, putting the little hotel areas in and stuff like that. And as you can see here at the base, again, I want it to be more kind of similar to what a lake would actually be like. So I wanted some unlevel areas at the bottom of the lake there. I didn't necessarily want it to stay a level spot. I know I'm creating this lake, but I'd like it to be created in the image of a real lake almost. So now, the last thing I want to do here, let's see, oops. We're going to take this down to our smallest section, and then I'm going to go right about here and create this little outlet right here. Oh, a little too far right there. Boop, boop, boop. There we go. That way, once the water gets to a certain point, it does have an outlet. But what was kind of cool, I watched this over time, is as the water flooded into the lake, it would actually rise and fall. And with the decorations that I used a lot of rock decorations, stuff like that. You could see the level of the lake rise. And this area right here would actually fill up with a whole lot of water exiting. Or sometimes it would drop to absolutely nothing. So you did see the difference in the water as it would come in and out, as far as being flood control. So it was working, as like I said, in my test build, until I have something, you know, with this now being built that shows me I was wrong. This was working out great, and I was really happy with the results. So we're going to continue here now. I think I got everything. Of course, all these trees right here, once the water comes in, I have to delete a bunch of these, and then but as we rebuild, of course, we'll replace those trees. Since the Lake Valley Reservoir, not a bad idea. Hopefully Jen makes it in time to watch all the cool rock drops and everything like that, and replanting of the trees. So now we need to go find, because it was a man-made lake, right? We can consider this a man-made lake. I did go ahead and get the shallow canal and brought that in to the lake. Let's see here. Oops. And then bring this over just a little bit. It's its own little deeper area for the water to flood into, and there we go. That'll be nice. Once the water starts flowing in, it'll start filling up the lake on its own. Now what happens here is as the water comes around, like I said, it has an extra area to push off. In fact, what I'm going to do is mess with the landscape just a tiny bit right here to help it out. And push that water away instead of it continuing downriver and just creating chaos downriver like it's been doing. So I'm going to turn the strength all the way down here. I want to take away a little bit of this so it's not so jagged on this edge here. Here we go. Not bad, not bad. Alright, so it'll take a little bit of time for it to fill up the lake, obviously. We know that. I could go on, move my fat head out of the way here. Okay, it is on full speed there. We'll let that start filling up now. And that should start filling up this, going out that direction, everything like that. So, while it's doing that, what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and go up here. Actually, I'm going to hit pause because, well, no, I don't need to hit pause. It's going to take a little bit. I want to find some of these vegetations like this. Oops, not that one. That one. And take a couple, spread them out. We're going to come through here and mess around with this a lot. And of course, kind of do some stuff like that. Look, we got, see, once it hits the water, can't do it. But now we got lakeweed. Yay! We'll go nice and random with this. A couple of cool spots if we feel like it. Like over here, we'll do... Oh, actually, I'm going to throw some rocks in right there. So over here, along this little man-made shoreline, we'll throw some down. Alright, so now... This lake's still going to take a little while to fill up. As you can see, it's got a nice little incline there. Like I said, I want it to be where if in reality people were to come here, they would feel comfortable walking out into the water and stuff like that. You know, it's not some quick drop. So, and again, it's for flood control. It's not necessarily meant to just be a reservoir or anything like that. So as you can see, it's starting to get there now. There we go. There we go. Once we're at this point, I think we can go ahead and slow back down to regular speed and let that finish off. Oh, it's looking good. That is looking good. And another cool part about it is you see how the mountain here has runoff areas for, you know, snow melt and stuff like that there and there. This area we're going to mess with a little bit, but this area, like when I build my little back road through there, we're going to have a little bridge over this runoff area and stuff like that and make it look really good too. So, and it comes down right here into the lake, so it really works out. So I think one thing I want to check on, let's go to the rocks. I don't see Jen here yet, so she's not seeing any cool rocks. It's alright. She'll show up soon enough, watch. Here we'll start doing that. What I want to do, though, I think I didn't go far enough with my... Oh, I kind of did. I did. I want to go a little bit deeper, though, here. Just bringing that out. Because I'm going to be putting the rocks around here, and it just looks really good with the rocks. So... Alright, that should be good. I didn't want a whole lot taken out of there, but check out rocks. Gotta say her name 3 times. Okay, one more time. Jen! She'll show up. Alright, let's go back up here. We're saving. Actually, I think I'm going to put that one into the water a little bit. Oh, you know what? I remember why I didn't do that with the one in the water, because if you go too far into the water, it really starts to mess with the water mechanics on the game, and it looks goofy as hell, so we're not going to do that. Oops. I do like the fact that it's like the one thing in the game that it gives me that I can actually clip are the rocks. We'll make like this cool little beach area right here in between the rocks. Be like a, you know, little spot you'd hang out with your friends and go fishing or something like that. Maybe swimming. There we go, like that. So basically the idea of this is, as you can see, the water coming up in between the rocks right there. But it's to keep the water from actually coming up from the in front of the rocks and coming over the water. It's like a natural key wall made out of the rocks. So it's going to keep anything that, as the water rises in that little lake there, it's only going to be forced to go this direction, out this way. So you can see there's this tiny little bit going right now. Now that, I don't know, I might have to move it closer. In my test build, I didn't have anything open in between the rocks, so I'll have to keep an eye on that just to see if that hurts me or not, but we'll find out. Now, let's go ahead, let's go do a few more rock formations here. That's looking good. I think up here I want to do something like this. Let's take this cliff, and then we'll add in something like, no, how about, no, let's go with this one and see what happens. Ooh, yeah, there we go. Again, being able to clip the rocks makes me so happy. Yeah, it's kind of funny, David, that they do work. Like I said, I'm going to have to keep an eye on this little spot right here, but the rocks have a way of keeping the water from going past when it's lower. If it was to be down in the river, of course, the water would go over the rocks. That does work its way around them and stuff like that. But as far as this goes, it seems to keep the water from actually rising beyond them and going this way. So, like I said, we'll keep an eye on it because of this one little spot here I'm kind of concerned about. As you can see, the water is at a rise right now. And it's flowing out, though. It's flowing out back into the river. So we'll just have to watch this. But that's exactly what I'm imagining. It's other than the opening there. This is what I was doing in my previous test build, whatever you want to say, and it seems to be working. It collects that excess water and helps to divert it, so. Building declaration is helping. Yeah. That's good. We'll come back with trees and stuff to make some of these little areas look really good. I just want to make sure that we have sufficient rocks. Ahead, throw a few of these out there. And this side, we'll go ahead with a few of these smaller rocks like this. This spot almost looks good enough for a boat launch. Using console. Not sure. That'd be interesting. How could we make that look like a boat launch? Maybe. Won't let me take it in between. That was one idea I had right there. Basically, would be to, if I wouldn't delete the rocks. Let's see here. Oh, it's just the squares really mess with me. Oh. I mean, that is technically like looking like it's going down into the water there. I mean, that's not bad. And then you have like a little, let's see, let's do something like this. We'll come back and we'll add that rock back in a moment. Oh, nope. We don't want to delete our Then I want to leave the stuff on the sides there so that I could add in something like this really quick. Oops. Go here. Oops, wait. Where? Oh, it's up top. I know where it is. Okay, it's up here. Way up here. These, I think, are really good for spots like this. Like that. Then what we can do is, where is it? Oh wait, it is this one. Go like this. Add in the public bathroom. Then we'll go ahead and grab some trash cans. The combo trash cans I like right here. I've started using these more often. Instead of trying to do more trash cans, I do the combo ones instead. Ooh, I had a little spot right there in the middle that would fit. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Yeah, nice. Sweet. Okay, and then let's go ahead and there's a number of things we could do, I guess, but I think we'll just leave it like that. But what we'll do is add now where are my fences? There we go. Nature reserve fence. Just leave it on this like straight line that's giving me. Oh yeah, there we go. Perfect. Then this way. Come on. There you go. Nope. There we go. Like that. That way it's all nice and fenced off. Aha. Right? Well, actually, building dammed lakes is already a diffle with all the mods you want to match. Oh, God. Don't do that. Oh, I see where you're going. Evaporation. You could also have a damned lake. Building a damned lake is already a difficult with all the mods doing it. Magic console. Well, like I said, I tried. Oh yeah, look at the water starting to kind of wrap around right there now because I took that other rock out. Maybe. Hold on, we're going to try this. Now, it's still flowing out that way like it should. And I did, like I said, I just don't know about a dam over here. I don't think there's enough. It doesn't give me anything. Every time I tried a dam in this build, I've had problems with it. And I want to avoid them as much as possible because they are just issues for me in this game. So that one was, I think, this. Okay, I might have to do something about the fence there, but I want to go ahead and get as close to that as possible. I guess that works. We're going to go ahead and move a rock set back here. I think I'm hurting myself right now. Okay, hold on. I'm flooding the trail. Oh, I just copied two rocks that look identical. I hate that. And it's making a flood. I just made a problem. I just created so many problems. Oh my god. Oh. A little too close. Alright. Just creating problems for myself here now. Shoot. Okay, it should... Building dam lakes is already a... Oh, yeah, okay, I read that one. Hopefully we'll find out, I guess, they are super food. Yeah, like I said, working with dams on this build has just been the absolute worst for me, and I've never had... Like, if I had a spot I could show you without, like, murdering a bunch of people in the city here, I would show you, but it's going to give me issues. So today, right after my cheap whiskey air, we're going to try something that's actually a little bit pricey. This is like a $30 bottle, $30 bottle. Cazadores Blanco. This is one of my absolute favorite tequilas since I was younger, in my early 20s, and I first started trying stuff out and seeing what different things were good. Cazadores was one of my favorites, and this, back then, I used to love to chase this with root beer, and even as an adult, older adult now, whatever, a little bit of root beer after this is always pretty good. I don't have any today. Today I've just got some cherry 7-Up, so. But Cazadores, I'm just finishing off my bottle because I went to the liquor store yesterday and got a whole brand new one. But this is one of my absolute favorite tequilas. This one's really good. As a Blanco, it actually does a really good job with mixing. As far as, like, if you like to make margaritas, or you like fruitier drinks that have tequila and stuff in it, this one, the Blanco, mixes way better than some of the other ones, in my opinion. So I'm going to set that off to the side for now until I can throw it in the proper bag for recycling. All right. Now, we're watching this. It looks like it went back down. It's not causing any issues other than being just kind of in between the rocks there. So I think that we are good to go with our boat launch here. And we got people showing up. Look at that. So one thing we can do to make the boat launch look really good, since we're here and we're working on this, we're going to make the lake look good today. Now that's kind of the goal. Let's go ahead and throw some trees in. Throw them on the outside of the fence too. This whole area has just got to be nothing but trees. Oh, actually, nothing but trees and rocks, right? Am I right? Yeah, I did that for you, Drac. Beavis and Butthead is actually one of my absolute favorite frickin' shows. I love that show to death. It is seriously one of the best shows ever made. And even the newest, season, series, whatever you want to put out there that they put out of Beavis and Butthead, oh my god, it was wonderful. I absolutely enjoyed every freaking episode that I watched. It was wonderful. So I would sit there on, you can go on Facebook, and it's Paramount Asia, I believe, and you can actually watch pretty much full Beavis and Butthead episodes on Paramount Asia on Facebook. Just an FYI. Let's go down here really quick. Okay, I already did rocks down here, that's right. I don't really want to do a lot of rock in the center here. I guess I could do one thing like that. That's not too bad. Yeah, okay, I like that. I'm just trying to get Jen to show up. She hasn't shown up in the chat, and I'm putting rocks out there, so maybe that's how we get her to show up and say hi. I don't know. Oh, man. I'm just being a jerk, I know. Let's get rid of these trees that are going to drown and turn into sticks. However, sometimes, you know what? It isn't a bad idea to leave them like that when they do turn into those sticks inside of the lake, because there's a local reservoir here that was created out of a river, out of Rogue River. It's Lost Creek Reservoir. And Lost Creek Reservoir, there are areas where you actually see old dead trees that once the lake filled up, they never cut the trees down, and there's just these tops, these dead tops sticking up out of the water. It's kind of cool to go there and go fishing. They're really good areas to go fishing and stuff like that. So, I mean, I can't say it's a bad thing. I just personally don't like it in my lakes. Alright, let's see here. I kind of want to add a little more room to this, area here, but no, I like it. I like it the way it is. Let's go back to our trees. Let's get some trees. Okay, that area, whole area in here, we're gonna avoid with trees because of what it is. It's a runoff zone for snow melt. We're making up for all the trees I just deleted. That's why we're putting them all these nicer random areas here. Yeah, we'll throw a couple out here on the edge where I can still... I can't, build anything there, so I might as well just put some trees, right? We'll go to this one. Doot. How about some vegetation that looks like water plants that grow where... I gotta make that move real quick. Hold on. When a bad storm had the strip covered with water. You're talking about... Oh, you're talking about in this area here? Something like these types of vegetation, perhaps? Stuff like that? And that's a little light. That's not a bad idea, to be honest. I mean, a little more rocks going through there would be kind of cool too. To be cool too. So lake connected fully with the river. Talk about like in here too, huh? Now I'm gonna come back over here. I want to delete a couple of these because I have other plans too. Don't worry. When I made this, when I was creating my whole little thing here, so as you can see, I already threw some of these like low vegetation and stuff down on these little areas. I had this, like, in my test build, I was kind of going at it randomly, like, ooh, let's throw this. Ooh. After I got to a certain point, and I was, like, deleting some things, adding some things, I came up with a pretty cool idea here. So, let me see. I'm going to go ahead, do that now. I'll add some more trees back in a minute, but check this out. So you can take your grass, now that the water isn't going to come through here until there's an actual flood, we can have all this grass kind of growing up in this area like it would normally, right? Like it would just, it's a flood area, so the grass would be fed. Try and get it in between some of these like growth patches too. The grass would be fed and watered and everything like that. Like it'd be good water coming through there, good nutrients coming through the soils and stuff like that. So it would look really good, but now as the water goes through, it's going to go right through all that. These weeds are going to, and they're coming up in like the cool colors with this like area too. So once the water comes through there, I'm going to hopefully try to be able to get some of this to go into the water a little bit. In my test build, I could. And as you can see, the color changes as I get further away from the water there. But as the water comes back through, stop that. I was busy. You gave me something that was just distracting. I was busy. Okay. It's like all this grass, in my opinion, would totally grow through here. And then what's kind of cool is like the water will run through. It'll look like little like lake weeds and stuff like that. The tall grass has many, many uses. I mean, honestly, I don't think I have found a better, well, okay, maybe, I guess, but the tall grass is definitely one of the better things to use as far as putting vegetation around. You can do so much with it. It's very versatile. Hey, Tim, welcome. By the way, guys, see Tim there? He has his own channel. If you don't know, anybody who's watching this later on, I know of all you guys watching right now currently do watch Tim's channel or know of it. But later on, he will be coming on with a live feed right after me. I'm not sure how much after me, but after I'm off, he'll be coming on live. He's trying to find a good time when he can catch a little more viewers and stuff like that right now. So definitely check him out. You don't have to be there the whole time, but he would appreciate it, I'm sure. And, yeah, his channel's definitely cool to check out. He's got some really awesome stuff on there that he does, some really cool pictures that he colors in and makes it look really, really, really good. So, check it out. He'll be on later. Definitely worth watching. So, let's get some more of the grass, the happy little grass. You know, I had this idea the other day, and anybody could steal it because I'll never use it. But I thought it'd be so awesome to do, like, does anybody, if you don't know who Bob Ross is, go Google it. Google Bob Ross. He's an incredible painter. If you don't know who he is, you live under a rock, I guess. So I always thought it'd be kind of cool. Dress up like Bob Ross. Have, like, the curly hair, like the curly Greg Brady style hair, you know, and the beard and stuff. And have your monitor right here next to you, like your doing your thing and have a camera filming you and your monitor while you're playing City Skylines. And like, we're gonna play some happy little grass right here. Here you go. So, oh, look at that. Just this happiest little grass. And then we're gonna go over here, guys, and we're just gonna take a couple of these wonderful oak trees. These oak trees right here are just so great. We're gonna plant some happy little oak trees right here, guys. Just the happiest little oak trees. Right? Wouldn't that be the sweetest damn, like, that would be at my, seriously, if somebody doesn't steal that idea and run with it, do a Bob Ross making City Skylines freaking channel. I mean, I know, it's my idea. I should just do it and run with it, but I'm lazy. I'm honest, I'm just being honest. I'm lazy, and I don't have the time, nor the patience, nor the will. I just have the ideas. I'm an idea man. I am an idea man. I have all kinds of ideas. If I had money, and I would use so many of my ideas to become wealthy, guaranteed. But I'm not. I don't have money, so I'm not wealthy. But I have the greatest ideas. So if somebody wants to make a Bob Ross play in City Skylines, you friggin' run with that, and I will support you and subscribe to your damn channel, because that would be super awesome. We're going to place some happy little, what are these? Some happy little eastern cottonwoods over here. We don't want too many. We don't want to mess with the biodiversity of our plants here. So we just want a couple of these, just a couple. Oh, there we go. There we go. We're just going to plant one right here. Oh, that's looking good. That's looking good. I've watched enough Bob Ross growing up. I know how that guy is, his videos and stuff like that. I freaking love Bob Ross. He's amazing. You know, I'm not trying to get anybody in trouble with the Bob Ross Foundation, like they go and make a video and then Bob Ross Foundation's like, you can't do that, that's our guy. Like, make sure they know it's parody, and then you can do that. But I hope somebody steals that idea. It would be so awesome to watch. I want to get a couple of these happy little oak trees on this little area too. I think it's so funny how the tree like goes from no leaves to leaves just because how close you are to the water. So let's go ahead and these areas here I want to mess with a little bit and add some stuff in, some grass, some latanias, you know, out here in the middle of nowhere. Just make it look good. This is looking good for us. I know the citizens aren't going to make it back here, but this is making it look good. Oh my God, there we go. We have a freaking moose. We have a moose. We're going to give this moose a name. And the first thing on the top of my head is Marty. His name is Marty Moose. Hello, Marty Moose. Welcome to the channel. You are our friend now, Marty. Oh, he's running away. I think we scared Marty the moose. No, Marty, don't leave. Don't leave, Marty. Shit. I fucking scared him. I feel so bad, guys. I scared Marty the moose. All this happiness. I made it a little sad there for you, Drakkart. We scared Marty the moose and he ran away. Oh my God, I'm a jackass. Alright, let's add some more happy little grass into this area here. Because you know I've got the happy grass. Got the happiest grass around. Ooh, that was a good looking spot right there. I like that. I tell you, right now, that is one of my favorite things to do is the grass around rocks. It is the best. I think it looks the best. One of my favorite things. Grass and rocks. So, I don't know why it didn't do it for me. Maybe it's just the way I got it built up over here. Oh, there we go. So check this out. If you do it just right, in my test build, I had this little canal thing just sunk just enough in the ends. You see how I can get the grass below the water right here? Isn't that awesome? So there is a glitch that with the, why can't I think of the fucking name of it right now? With the shallow canal, at least with the shallow canal I know of, I can get grass to sit underwater next to the shallow canal. Not too deep, but at a certain point, look at that. It is underwater, so it looks like lakeweed, riverweed, whatever you want to call it. And I think that is the coolest damn thing. So, if you can use your shallow canal to get the grass underwater, there is a tip for you. If you have to play vanilla, there is a way to do it. Shallow canal. Grass underwater. There you go. Let's see if we can do a little bit over here, maybe. No, it's not going to do it. It's not going to do it. It doesn't like us, and the space is occupied by ferns. We'll throw a little right there. Ooh, hello. Wish I could put one right there in the middle of the fern. It would look great. Okay. I think it's enough grass for now. We can come back to that. Let's plant a couple of these oaks out here. We did a few of the eastern cottonwoods already. I don't want too many trees. I like those kind of blankish areas because it looks like water would rush over that occasionally, you know. So it would wipe out smaller trees and plantation plants. I don't know the word. Vegetation, there we go. My brain ain't working. It's going to wipe out plantations. Get those damn plantations. I don't know why, but YouTube has these fits sometimes. I get a notification 45 minutes into it, Premiere or Live. Sometimes I don't get any at all, and they're all still turned on. I've had that happen too. That actually happened to me like 2 or 3 weeks ago with one of Valley's premieres. He was already started. I knew he was supposed to start at 11 or whatever, but the thing didn't pop up. I was watching him at the time, too, and it popped up on my phone, Valley Premiere. And I'm like, this is 20 minutes late, and I'm already watching him. What are you doing, YouTube? Ooh, this lake is looking really good. I am so glad I made this. It's not as big as I did. I don't know, maybe it's... I almost feel like it isn't as big as what I built in my test build, but I'm actually happier with this, to be honest. My test build, I feel like I kind of went overboard with the lake size. And this here just seems... Like, look at how much it's lowered, right? Like, you could still launch a boat through the dirt. People know that. But I think I did very good with this. Because once the flood comes through... Again, we're going to get a flood in the future here. Like, let's look and see if there's anything coming. I don't see anything right now, necessarily. But at some point, you'll see where there'll be this weird dip in the water there. And as it comes through, it's going to hit this spot. It's going to fill this lake back up. And you saw where the water was already. Like, look, there's some of it left over, some remnants. So, yeah. Lake successful so far. We're going to say lake successful so far. I'm loving it. It's looking great. All right, so let's go ahead. And then David throwing in the idea of the day here. This is awesome. The little boat ramp. Making that look good for him over here. I thought that was great. Actually, one thing I think we should do, just because. Let's go. Where are they? There are some signs. Oh, I know where they are. They're in over here in our park tools. So you can use the park tool signs like this. Park sign. I usually like using these ones, not the zoo. But come up here to our nature reserve. Oh, went a little too far. There we go. We'll get our nature reserve signs and throw them in. And I mean, that seriously would absolutely fit in an area like this. Boom. And it lets me use it. Like, I don't have to have this as the nature reserve area. I don't have to have it zoned out. None of that. It just lets me drop the sign. I absolutely love that fact. And then on this side, next to the bathrooms, whoops, went the wrong direction there. Next to the bathrooms, I could throw another one. You know, I don't know why, but you just have a sign there for whatever reason. Use the other little small sign. It could say bathrooms. It could say welcome to the park. This sign could tell people, like, what they can and can't use for bait on the lake. It could tell them what type of because here where I live, we have seasons, like depending on hunting, fishing, things like that, where you're fishing at, whether it's a lake or a river, things like that, creeks. You actually have seasons. You can't fish in certain rivers and creeks with certain types of baits throughout the year because of the way it'll affect the fish or the way the water is flowing at the time. If the water is flowing higher, then you're able to use other types of baits. Like, there are so many things you have to remember if you're into fishing or hunting. I don't hunt, I fish, so I do remember some things, but I only hunt like bass, trout. I'll go for salmon occasionally in the rivers. River trout is really fun to go for. And then, of course, you got your typical little small fish that's fun to go for, like bluegill and things like that. But, I mean, I love going fishing for bass. So those things aren't really typically held down by certain rules, but salmon is. Salmon's one thing that everybody around where I live here in Oregon absolutely loves and goes fishing for because they are fun fish to fight in the river. So, again, those signs right there, they would hold that type of information for you. I was promoted on several server for live. Could be the weather. It's raining here. I don't know. But yeah, I was just catching that from the comments there. But yeah, those signs would typically hold that type of information or tell you like it's, it's this type of time of year. Make sure you're checking your fishing booklets and pamphlets and stuff like that. So we'll put that in there like that. Now this would be a little state or county held area, correct? Like doing that into the water. Look at the water's rising back up. It's working. It is absolutely working. I'm happy with myself right now. So this area though is going to be private, even though it's going to be I'm going to be using the hotels feature for this, but I think it looks great. So we're going to start off with just bringing this road out just a little bit. I do not want zoning on it though. And then we're going to switch over to this dirt road. So basically I want this to look like private residences back here, even though they're going to be very similar. But I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to them. I've done it before in a previous build. Was it this one actually? It was this one. So I did this before. I was showing you all before, where you can take these buildings here that are in the hotels. Let me go over here and I'll show you. It's the rental cabin, and they look incredible in areas like this where you're trying to keep more of a rustic look. And you can throw fencing in between them, throw stuff around them, vehicles, trees, whatever, and actually make them look really, really good. So we're going to do that over here. This was the build I did that in. That's awesome. I thought I did it in, not Fuchsia, but the build prior to these two builds that I did that in. So glad I did this here. It took me a second to think about it, but all right. So now what we're going to do is I want to run again to make this more of a rural type of build in this spot. I'm going to go ahead with freeform and use the dirt road here. And I want to be able to get around these trees and not really mess with too many of them. Oh, wait. I do not want that to be all super high. That is one thing actually that I did in the test build. I thought this looked best, doing the elevation as low as possible. I mean, I'm really only trying to go over runoff. I'm not trying to go over a runoff area. I'm not trying to go over, like, an actual river here. So I only need to raise up just enough so that, and it's a wood bridge, it's easily replaceable. Like in an area like mine, you would do something like this, it would go over, runoff would run under it most of the year. And if an event of a real actual flood came through, it's a wooden bridge, it's easily replaceable. So let's take a look where I'm at real quick. I want to drop that down. Go back to the normal dirt road here. And at this point, what I want to do now is I'm going to start going back to adding in my zoning. I'm just going to do both sides so that I can pay attention right here. I want that part of the zoning on the lower end there to be right next to the water. It's just, to me, it feels like a good spot. And then I'm going to do this. Stop there, go back to the zoning, turn it off again. Oh, saving. There we go. And that way I can make a little turnaround right here. And there's the bug. Let's go over here and fix this. I wanted zoning there. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, man. All right. Now, let's go in here. And, first things first, we're, of course, going to need water lines. And then we're going to need power and all that other stuff. We know this. So, the best thing to do... Let's turn our snaps off really quick. Make it easier to go through here quickly. You know, the other thing, Tim, with promoting on Discord servers is sometimes that could take a little bit longer too, because now you're putting something that's on one server. I don't know why it would do that necessarily, because things seem to go so fast these days, but depending on where you're at, you're uploading something or getting something set up on one server and then it goes to another. So it's like that does take some time. I know when I use like a VPN tends to make things go. I know you're probably not, but I'm just saying, like, when I use a VPN, it tends to make things go slower for me and stuff. So, I mean, there's always some weird thing in the line, in the whole gist of things that makes something go slower for somebody somewhere. So, you never know. Never know what's going to happen. So one thing I need to do is make sure there's going to be power over here for these people. And what I did got me... Oh, I thought I had 3... In my test build, I had 3 over here. Damn it! Did I get anything on this? Oh, I could get 4 if I built on this little island, but I don't want to do that. We'll go with 2. I think 2 should be alright. If not, then we'll figure it out later on. I'm going to get this just down here by the water. I don't want to be, like, on the water, obviously, but by it. Be far away from the buildings. And then what we're going to do is run our power lines. Right there. We're not going to be putting anything on the lower side of Crowley Road here. So, then, what we're going to do, go in here, we're going to, I go the wrong spot I did. Going to grab ourselves, no, I need to make sure, shiitakes. Okay, I got to fix this first. I got to have an area that's going to basically look like, so I'm going to use the trails here. That way it looks like we have a road that follows the... I don't want to actually use a real road, but I want to be able to make it look like we're using a road that follows these. I should have used freeform to begin with, but whatever. And I'm trying to basically follow, like, the actual, like, you can kind of see the little gray line right there of the power line itself. Because it gets me right next to the tower with this. Let's see, let's stop this one right here. Oh, I should have went with that to start with. Alright. There we go. Now, what I'm going to do here is use our gated in earthquake sensor. And that's going to act as our transformer in a sense, basically. That, and if we go to our parks, go all the way up here. Wait, maybe I passed it. No, I did not. I did not. We're going to go to... I did pass it. Where in the crap? It's in the content creator prop pack. Oh my god, I can't talk right now. pack props. It's part of the ROJ stuff in there. It's the, where did it go? It's the large equipment box. The RJ Signal equipment box large. You can also use a small one. I like using the large one. And I'll put that down here next to our earthquake sensor. And now it looks like we got like actual electrical equipment that can be messed with by anybody who would drive up here, like an electrician, you know, that works for the company. And then another thing I love doing in little spots like this, I think makes it look really good. You take the abandoned car is all I get on the console, so I can't do too much. But you know, I'll use the abandoned truck, whatever. So at least there's like a quote unquote work vehicle up here. So somebody's up here doing something at the station, you know, or something like that. So that, in my opinion, looks the best. We can come back here, use a few of these little props from the plants, you know, vegetation and stuff like that. We could add some grass in at the end of these trails. Stop it. Rocks, things like that. Anything that just kind of makes it feel like, you know, you've gotten to the end of the trail. And there we go. Throw that in. Do something like that. And then there you go. You got a nice little area. I can't really do anything to the left of the trail there because of the clipping with the frickin' windmill there. But, you know, enough that I've done, or what I've done actually does help and make it look good. So this comes back. Now on this end, what we can do here, kind of basically the same thing that I did on the other end. But I don't try to go to too much of the extreme. I like to just take, where'd it go now? I got to find it. Our large equipment box. And just put two of them down here. I feel like back on the other side is more like the station. And this side would be more of a transformer. Like those boxes would act as a transformer or something like that to send the power out into the neighborhood. So, yeah. I feel like my mic is like super loud today. Is it loud to you guys? I don't know. I just feel like it. Like I can hear myself when I do this, and I'm scratching my beard. I can hear it like I'll through my beard. Maybe it's just me, but where to start the new picture at? Oh man, that's always a good question, Tim. Where to start the new one? All right, so now we've got this. What we need to do is come in here, get our rental cabins. And I want to put one right here. I know I was just talking about, like, I don't really want anything on this bottom side, but just this one. And we'll mess around with the ground, you know, all of our terraforming in a moment here. Like that. Give everybody a little bit of room out here. Just enough. But, you know, that they are still collecting power from each other. And then as you can see, we got these like little divots and dips, which in some spots are kind of cool. Like right here, I like because we have the little bit of a cliff below the road. So I'm going to leave those alone. But this side, I want to come back over here to our elevation controls. Landscaping tools, whatever you want to call them. I'm going to bring this all the way, oh, not our strength, no, I want to make the circle as big as possible. I'm just going to delete out a little bit, just tapping the button. On this side, I'm going to open this up a little bit. I want to get rid of that like kind of square spot that the game tends to make, you know. Here we go. That's looking good. See, just a little bit is fine. You know, it's more natural to have a little bit of some cliffy areas off of a mountain, like over here and stuff like that. But I don't want too much. You know, I want it to look a little more natural over here. So, I'm going to go with that. Looking good, looking good. Okay. What time is it? Where are we at? 1:11. I think we got a little bit of time here, right? Don't think the mic's too loud? Alright. To me, maybe I just have something turned up too loud on my end. I don't know. It's like right now, I take the napkin to wipe my mustache out, and I can just hear it. Maybe, I don't know. I have to look at my controls. There might be something I have turned up too high on my end. So the other thing I was saying, like on the other side there, one of the coolest things you can do when you're trying to make it a little more look like a kind of a rural neighborhood or whatever out here. I mean, these buildings look super nice for that ability, you know. They've got those tops on them and stuff like that. The moss growing on the roof and everything like that. So the other things I like to do, before we put this down, let's go here to this. We'll go to our parks. We got these tiny parks, and occasionally it looks really good to take one of these. We'll go right next to this. We're going to throw that in. We're going to come back and adjust that. And then this one here. No, here. Right there. All right, you're going to go over that far. I don't know if that's going to work for me then. I guess just the one will be all right. That'll be fine. No, I don't want to delete it. So this, I want to turn into, whoops, one of the other variations. There we go. The planter boxes. Because, you know, somebody who would be living out here full time, anything like that, would technically have their own garden growing, things like that. So I think it'd be kind of cool. You just have your garden over there. And then what we're going to do now, come in, we're going to grab our fences. Our nature reserve fence here is probably one of the best ones. Bring this all the way back as far as we can. And these people are lucky enough to have gotten this nice chunk of property like that. Good property there. And then these ones, let's see here. Well, any trees that disappear, we'll make up for them. I can't get past the building there, but that's all right. Got a little enclosed area there. That's nice. This side will go like this. Come along the back here. We got to remember we've got that little garden in there. We want to give them some nice property. We don't want to go too far. I don't want to get rid of that tree. I like that tree where it's at. So we're going to go right here. And stop this off right there. So we've got their property. They got their garden. Everything like that. That's looking good. Now this one. Let's change the fence up just a little bit. We'll go with this one. The forestry fence over here. Because not everybody's going to have the same fence. You know? Bring that over on the front a little. You know, make it look a little different. Doesn't always have to be exactly the same. Some people aren't going to necessarily build fencing from their front yard. They'll build it from about the middle of their house. Bring this over. Again, I don't want to take out too many of these trees. So these people are going to have a smaller piece of property. Something like that. That's not too bad. And then this one, you know, we'll just not give them a fence. They just decided not to build one. All right. Now, let's go ahead. We're going to grab a couple of trees. Make some of these look really good. Kind of help hide some of these little cliffy areas. If it's too much of a cliff like that, I'm not going to put a tree on it. That'd be silly. So let's do that, that. Gotta go. Thanks for... Hey, see you later, Drac. Thanks for stopping in, man. Alright, that's looking good. Let's throw in a couple of these here. Now we'll grab a few other trees. You know how it is. We gotta make sure it's all decorated out, looking good. They'll get some trees too, even though they don't got a fence. A few oaks now would look really good in this area. Ooh, I could get an oak like right in front, it looked like. Oh, come on, you showed up. I saw it. Yes! Oh my gosh, that is great. I don't know how it happened, but it worked. Let's see if I can do that again. It doesn't look like it's going to let me do that again. That is so cool. I got an oak just sitting in front. Oh, holy shit. Where the hell? Oh my god. I forgot to give them power. We have to come over here and work on this area anyway, but wow, look at that. They're unhappy with me right now. Let's give them some power. Okay, back to this. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. I didn't have any fires in my test build. It's gonna catch that house on fire. It's gonna catch... Oh my god. Why does it have to do this to me? Why does it have to do this to me? Where is our nearest helicopter? All the way over here. Oh, there's already one on the way. Or is that a plane? That's just a plane. Ah, crap. Okay, hold on here. I don't want the fire to burn down my forest. Oh, fire helicopter depot. Probably not the smartest place to put one of these, but I don't want my forest to burn down. So fire helicopter depot. Go save my forest. Hurry. Oh my god. I was just trying to build some nice houses for people. Like that person who's going to walk past the fire. Like, oh, look at this fire. Look at this fire. Look at that. Would you look at that fire? Interesting. Alright, so we got some fencing around. A few other things I want to add in just to help make it look a little more personable, whatever you want to say. We'll put some vehicles in. It doesn't have to be every building. Come on. You could fit in the I don't want you touching the car, that's all. How about this side then? Let me find, there you go. Oh my god! At least there's a lake they can use. Ay, ay, ay. trying to see if I could do the same thing with the car that I did with the tree. Make it sit in between the building and the whole road, but it won't let me. Yay, helicopters, do your stuff. And here comes the fire trucks. Yeah. Yeah. Do your thing. Holy crap. Like, I just built this and already a fire. I'm kicking your asses out. You're no longer allowed to live there. I'm getting a new couple in there. You started a fire. You're done. You caught 2 other houses on fire because of it. Cheese, it's in crackers, man. Ooh, the lake's kind of nice and full right now. Look at that. It's not overflowing, but it's got a nice fullness to it. Oh my gosh, I can't believe how much burned. Oh, man. All right. So, there we go. That is, other than the fire, there's our flood control lake. Oh my god. Move my fat head out of the way here. Oh, Cheez-Its. Alright. Fix a few of these small problems going on throughout the city here. We got overfilled cemeteries and dumps. Oh, we got another fire going on over here. Oh my god, the small little timber processing area. Just up in flames. Typical Northern California, Oregon thing there. Timber processing plant going up in flames. Oh, we got another fire over here. There we go. How many freaking fires do we got going on in our city right now? What in the freaking hell? Jeez. Gosh, darn it. 1, 2, 3 fires. Well, I guess it's only 3. That's not too bad then. 4, 5 fires. There is an arsonist in our city, people. We have an arsonist. That's the only thing I can say. Look at this. There's fires everywhere. There's going on. Like, oh, I started a fire here. Then I drove across the city. I started a fire over here. Look, there's another one. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Then they started this fire. They must have drove here, started these ones. Or they've got an accomplice. Or a mimic. Somebody's mimicking them. Holy crap. It's fire everywhere. Just fire, fire, fire. Yeah. Fire. Go back to the Beavis and Butthead reference there. What do we got going on here? Did I not fix this when I built the hamburger roundabout? I know I can fit this without destroying the building next to it. There we go. They're all unhappy and happy at the same time. They turned the building around! What the hell? Oh my god. Okay, so we've got room in our orchard and stuff. We could do this really quick. Let's take care of that. Do some happy little orchards. Something wrong here. I know for a fact I can fit 2 of these orchards in this spot. What is going on? I did it last time I was screwing around in my test build. No. 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 Something going on here. There's something wrong here. Alright, we're not going to mess with this right now. I got to go back to my test build to figure out what I did wrong. Somehow I fit 2 fields in right here, and one of them was a greenhouse. Like, how in the hell? No. Negative. I don't understand it. My brain is not comprehending how I did it. Maybe I moved the road. I don't remember moving the road, though. Huh. Yeah, for some reason I'm like 2 squares too big than I need to be, and I swear on cookies that I did this last time somehow, and I'm not sure how to do it. So I'm gonna wait before we come back here. I'm gonna go back into my test build and see what the hell I did. The hell did I do? I know I made it work. Did I redo the road? I don't remember redoing the road. Goodness gracious. Look at this big old scar. Look at the fire still going, and they're not doing anything about it. I guess it's burning out, I guess. But still. Embers jump in real life. Oh my gosh. Look at how much it got. Not only did it take out 2 other houses, this person take out 2 other houses. They pretty much almost took this one out. They took out their garden. I mean, everything around the garden. The garden looks fine. This person right here, though, they should. Oh, jeez, you guys, I should just destroy your house because of what you did. Oh man, oh, another fire! Are you kidding me? There's fire everywhere. All right, that's it. I'm over it. There's too many fires, too much going on. Okay, everybody, thank you so much. I think I'm going to call it a day. I did have a couple other things planned, but I think I'll do is I'll add them into next week's video, and we'll go from there. We'll have a little bit of fun next week. This week turned out pretty damn good, though. I am very excited with what I got, what I was able to accomplish. I really do think this is going to help us out with our floods in the future. As you can see, this lake has been rising and dropping in accordance with how the water's been coming through here. And I have not had any... I've been looking back here. It may not seem like I've been checking this, but I have been. And I've been looking to see if there's been any floods along the river. And I haven't seen any. So, it must be a hot city. So I'm very excited that this lake seems to be working out. I'm very happy for it. We're going to go with this. This is the best thing. We're going to come back. We'll name this because I have to go through the comments way back. David did have a name for this lake, and that's what we will give this lake a name of. So we'll go find that. We'll come back next week. We'll throw that on there. This is looking amazing. It's got this cool little area here. Each one of these, I guaranteed, even though the fire went through here, is making money right now. One thing I was doing is I dropped it. Look at that. We're making an extra $97 a week. If I dropped this down to $70 a night on each one of these, we'll go hit these ones up really quick before we get out of here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. $70 a night. Now I'm getting 4 out of 5 guests instead of 3 out of 5. It's increasing my profit, even though I dropped the cost of the night. So these rental cabins out here are doing absolutely beautiful because they are in the absolute perfect spot. So they will bring in a ton of profit for me. And they look good. Like I said, they look like a nice little just out there rural neighborhood. People who don't want to be bothered by their neighbors, but the few neighbors they have, they enjoy. So that's what we got going on there. Yeah. And until next week, I think that's it. Next week we'll come back. We're going to mess with this area here. I need to put in a roundabout to make this work better and change up how the tram goes through this little spot just slightly. This does turn into a traffic nightmare after so long because of these buildings and everything going on back here. It should turn into a traffic nightmare any minute now, to be honest. So we'll come back next week. This will get turned into a roundabout. We're going to mess with the tram lines here. Then we're going to go ahead and start working on going towards this area and finishing this area up and making this all kind of combine and look good with what's going on over here. So yeah, next week I look forward to seeing y'all and sharing with you this build and do everything we got going on. One thing that I decided I want to do, I did this in my test build. I'm going to change this to the Chester. Bennington Industrial Airport. If you know who Chester Bennington is, he is the old lead singer. Bennington, I hope I spelt it right. If I didn't, I'll change it next week. The Chester Bennington Industrial Airport. Chester Bennington used to be the lead singer of a band called Linkin Park, a very incredible and influential band from way back in the 90s, early 2000s. Chester Bennington died of a suicide, apparent suicide. I don't think it was... he died of a suicide, years ago. Nowadays, Linkin Park has a new singer, and I don't respect that. I don't respect their new singer. I don't respect what they've done with the band. The new singer stood up for, what's his name? The curly-haired dude from that 70s show that got busted for all the rapes and everything, and now he's in jail. She stood up for that guy. She went to court. She actually, her and her friends attacked one of his victims outside of the courthouse. Danny Masterson. She stood up for Danny Masterson, and that guy, like, what he did was, oh my God, awful. So anyway, and then that right there alone, and she's part of the Church of Scientology, which again was Danny Masterson was part of that, and there's some weird stuff going on there. Now I can't say anything about that. I'm not going to say that like that. It's like, oh my God, that's the weirdest, horrible thing about her. But the fact that she stood up for Danny Masterson and attacked one of his victims outside the courthouse, that is absolutely deplorable, and shouldn't be allowed. So that right there makes me absolutely hate the current Linkin Park, and that's why I'm going to name this the Chester Bennington Industrial Airport, because in honor of the man who stood against sex trafficking and child sex abuse and all that stuff like that, that's why. So anyway, now off my little rant there. Guys, girls, ladies, everybody else, thank you so much for joining me. What's a wonderful day. I feel like I did such a good thing with today's work. It feels like I was really productive. And I thank you all for joining me, getting all out there and having fun. Oh, crap. Dropping my stuff. Hey, I'll see you next week. We'll be back here. And until then, stay safe and have a good week. Thank you so much. Oh, I should save this, to be honest. Let's save that really quick. And it's not going to let me do anything until I save, so now it's saved. All right, see y'all.